Welcome back to At Home with Shani. Today we're going to be doing a holiday house tour, and I'm super excited to show you everything that I've been up to. So come on in. Okay, so as you can see, we're in the living room, and I must say that this room has had the biggest transformation, and I have to also say that I have outdone myself. I'm not bragging, I promise you I'm not. I'm just saying that this year I was able to do things that I've never done before. I had a lot of time to spend really planning out everything. As you can see in this space, I was able to fit 3 trees. I usually do 3 trees in here, but I have my skinny trees, one on one side of the fireplace and one on the other. And then I have my big tree right here in this space. But even the fireplace has undergone a major transformation. What was there before, it was so beautiful, but I just think it's just even more beautiful right now. And I'm just like, I was just so excited. I needed to have all my trees in front of my fireplace. And I just love the way it came out. It just gives me so much energy and so much joy. My coffee table, anyone who's been following me knows that I redid my coffee table. In this space, I think the only thing that I wanted to be black was my fireplace. And before I had a black coffee table, so I redid it. I discovered flameless candles and I needed to highlight them. And the table was a really good place to highlight. I don't usually put ornaments in a bowl, but this year I put ornaments in a bowl. And I think I went a little crazy with ornaments this year. So this bowl, it sits on my coffee table all year long. And I usually have like some moss balls in here. But I said, you know what? Let me try something different because I always try to incorporate what I already have decorated into my holiday decor. And this year was the first year where I just kind of like took most of my things that I leave out all year out of this space to bring in my holiday decor. I wanted to mix metals, and I think I went a little bit crazy mixing my metals, but oh my gosh, I'm so excited with how everything turned out. This year, I don't know, something just came over me where I felt like I just needed to have the Christmas feeling everywhere. I have my mixed metals in my tree. I incorporated my bowls that I love so much. I was able to do that, and instead of wrapping boxes, I just took some ornaments and just threw them under the tree, and it just feels so like I need you to come over so you can see it because it just makes it feel so magical. Like over here, I just did like my mirrored bowls, my shiny bowls have silver and gold underneath the tree. And then over here, I did all of the balls that I use. So I have some matte, I have some glitter, I have some mirrored. And let me just say, I don't generally like glitter on the tree. But when I started decorating, my intentions was I was just gonna do matte and mirrored. But then when I started decorating, I'm like, it's missing something. It's missing something. And I realized it was missing that glitter. Christmas is a time where you can do things that you wouldn't normally do. I feel like this is a time for you to be creative. So once I started putting the glitter balls on the tree, I'm just like, okay, yeah, that's what it was missing. And it just, oh my gosh. And because of the colors that I chose, and I did decide to add more lights to my tree. I see that is also a trend and a trend that I adopted because I feel like it gives it what it needs. But my trees are not being overpowered, right? So when the lights are on, it's almost like the ornaments kind of melt into the tree and that it gives me that feeling of just magical and like, oh my God, I'm super duper in love with how that came out. My stockings, I went with just a regular boucle. They're just plain. They almost kind of look like snow a little bit, right? But it gives a fireplace some glamour without overpowering because I really wanted my fireplace to have its moment. And I can't believe the moment that it's having. The biggest thing in here, right, that I'm super duper proud of, and the reason why all three of my trees are by the fireplace, is I redid my wall. What was here before was good, but this is great, right? This wall is like 20 feet long, and for years I had no idea like what to do. At first it was just a couple of cabinets and there was nothing on top. I was so intimidated by this space, and I think I finally figured it out. I was scrolling on Pinterest and I came across this bookshelf, right? And I'm like, oh my God, that's so beautiful. That's so beautiful. And of course, I go look at the price and I'm like, absolutely not for this 20-foot wall. So, what can I do to give me that bookshelf that I wanted and elevate this space? And believe it or not, these are just like some IKEA bookshelves. This right here is one of the shelves. I just flipped it over to give me that look that I was going for. I did not trim it in. Like, I didn't put any paneling. Initially, I thought that that's what I wanted to do. But once I got it up here, I was like, I think I like the rawness of it, right? Because it makes it feel like me. It doesn't make it feel too polished or anything like that. And I also want my home to feel lived in. I don't want it to feel too cold, like you can't do anything, you can't touch anything. I think I've just been doing that for so long. I'm over that. But anyways, it also gave me the opportunity to give it Christmas. Like, I can't the things that you see here is not normally the things that I do. Like, I shy away from stuff like this. But for some reason this year, I just felt it in my spirit. Like, no, I want to go crazy. If I'm going to do Christmas, I'm going to do Christmas. So I have my little nutcrackers up here. These nutcrackers, I spray painted them, and they've been spray painted a million times. They used to be black, but because I'm doing my mixed metals, my silver and gold, I sprayed them silver and gold. And ornaments, I have them everywhere. Like, I went ornament crazy, but I love how it came out. Like, they are just, oh my goodness, right? It's like decor. I think when Christmas is over, I'm probably gonna cry because when I have to take everything down, it's like, oh my gosh. But I love the way it came out. Like, the bookcases, and I don't even have to put books if I don't want to. As you can see, like, I have a couple of books up here, and once it's all said and done, I probably will just have a couple of books and then, do some other decor pieces. But this, I'm super happy with how this came out. So that's the living room for Christmas. Our theme, I guess, is like a cozy chic. It's giving modern luxe, winter wonderland. So before we lose daylight, let's move on over into the dining room so I can show you what I did in there. So we're in the dining room, and as you can see, like, I'm just kind of continuing my mixed metals theme. And I think these mirrors is probably what gave me that idea of mixed metals for Christmas. I usually say I want to do mixed metals, but I never do it. Like, I always get to Christmas and it's like I get a little scared, I think, because I never know how it's gonna come out. But this year I just said, you know what, I'm just gonna go for it. And however it comes out is how it comes out. But I think it really came out good. I think I did a good job at mixing the silver and gold. And some of this is like, I guess it's champagne, and the glitter champagne in here, it's giving me rose gold. And at first, when I first put it up, I was like, I might take the glitter out of here because I didn't want pink. But I just did it on the tree, and it doesn't bother me as much as I thought it would. I also have two trees in here. Usually my two trees in here, they are flanking my sideboard. But I didn't want that because I feel like when I have them on either side of my sideboard, they're almost ignored. Like we just kind of walk past the dining room and we don't really pay attention. But them being here in this I don't know what you call it, like a cove, you can't ignore them. And then when we're outside and we're walking past, you can see a little bit of them. It wasn't my intention to really see the trees from the street. I really didn't care um, if you saw it. But when I realized that, you can see it from the street. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. It's so like, I don't know. I unintentionally created like Christmas magic in here. And yes, I wanted it to be beautiful because it's Christmas, so it needs to be beautiful. But again, I'm not trying to brag, but I outdid myself. I usually go in for Christmas, but this year I went in, and I'm so excited and pleased with how everything came out. This was a moment, and I didn't want to miss the moment. Just having the trees here, how I did it. I added some ornaments to the light fixture. This is also something that I see is kind of trending, so I said I wanted to try it. I didn't know how it would work with my chandelier because I usually see where people have like rectangle chandeliers, but I said I'm gonna try it and see. When I first started, and I hope that once I say this, people don't start thinking that, it was given like solar system, and I was like, ooh, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about it. But once I was done, like my husband went crazy. He was like, oh my gosh, it just looks so nice, it just looks so nice. And then when I started looking, I was like, you know what, it is nice. And then when I photograph it, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. I don't think I've done anything quite like this before. There are times where I do stuff in decor and it's like either I love it or I hate it. But I'm happy with everything that I did. Again, in here I did some more ornament. I have 2 ornament bowls in here. Like I just went ornament crazy, and all I wanted was bowls. I didn't want any other, like I didn't want ribbon, I didn't want bows. I just wanted to see my trees, right? I see sometimes people just go so crazy with the decoration. It's like, well, where did the tree go? And I love my trees. Like they're flocked. And I love to see the flock on the trees. The only thing I was getting a little disappointed with my trees was the light. Like the lighting, because it's flocked, is some of the lights, the balls are flocked as well. So the tree just looked dim. So once I saw that trend where people were adding lights, like the twinkle lights to the tree, I didn't want twinkle. I just wanted the brightness of it. I took the opportunity to try that, and it really elevated the tree. So it made me fall in love with my trees even more. But the balls, and then I threw some glitter in this one too, because I just felt like on this sideboard it was a little flat. So I needed to give it some spunk, some pizzazz. And yeah, I think I did some, but not too much. And yeah, I did a lot. But it doesn't feel like too much. It just feels so magical. And Christmas, like, I love Christmas. It's my favorite time of the year. And we're at a point now to where Christmas is next week. I'm excited and I'm sad. I'm excited for Christmas because I love Christmas, but I'm also sad that it's gonna be over and then I have to take it all down, and yeah, I'll be sad a little bit. So I'm gonna just enjoy the few days I have left with my decor. I had a lot of fun putting everything up and putting everything together. I have the same colors, but I didn't do everything exactly the same. I didn't do traditional tree skirts. I actually did like throw blankets. I took them and then just kind of like threw them under, because to me it just makes it feel more cozy. And I also did ornaments under this tree as well. I'm in awe. And I hope that you guys are in awe as well because it's so magical in here. It's so magical. And of course, yes, I have my flameless candles in here as well. Um, I I did I know what I said before about real candles. How I didn't like to incorporate them, but I felt like first of all I couldn't find any candles this big in a flameless. So I do have two real flame candles. These I got from Pottery Barn. I like these candles because they don't burn the way traditional candles burn, where they kind of like the wax just goes everywhere, so where it looks gross. These burn in itself. So as you can see, I've been burning them for a while. It's melting inside, and then they're in the glass, so I don't feel as un unhinged with these because it's just these two, and I don't always turn them on. I'll just do the flameless. I did set the table. It's not in a traditional way. I had my napkins. I did do the little velvet bows. I've been seeing everyone with the velvet ribbon and stuff. So I did incorporate some stuff I saw, and then some things I just did what what I wanted. It's not always, trending or popular, but it's visually pleasing to me. And for me, things have to look good, not just what other people are doing, but things have to look good to me in order for it to make sense. So yeah, that's the dining room and what I did in here. Oh, also these right here. I bought these from at home. They were black, and I incorporated them being black in my Christmas decor for years. But this year I needed silver and gold. And what I was seeing, it was like very shiny, and I didn't want that. So I just got some spray paint and I had a blast. And like I love how they came out. I have some paper trees in here. These I think they came from Hobby Lobby, and I like the fact that I can use them again next year. You just will, I don't know where it is, but you can you can fold them down flat and store them, and you have them for next year. So I tried those out, and I'm very pleased with how they came out. So yeah, this is the dining room. So now we're going to go upstairs to my family room, where it's a little bit different because that's a kid's space. So let's go up there before we lose daylight, so you can see everything. So before we go upstairs, I wanted to stop at the stairs to show my my garland on the stairs. I've been seeing that swaggy garland. I don't remember what it's called, but that garland that just kind of hangs low, and um everyone's going crazy. And mind you, it's beautiful. The issue is it doesn't go with my decor style. Like my trees don't look like that. My trees are flocked. So I just thought that would just look, it would look a little bit silly in my house. Like it wouldn't flow well. But I do love it. And maybe one year I will try it. I usually will stop the garland here and have it wrap from up there and come down. But I wanted to try something different. I did see a picture, I think on Pinterest, where this staircase, it was like spiraled, and they had this garland, like it just went down. It was so beautiful. And then I said, oh, I can come and do it in here at my house. And then I got here and I was like, yeah, no. You don't have a spiral staircase, silly. Like, what are you talking about? Anyways, so I tried it, and it didn't, no, it didn't. So I just kind of went with where this garland was taking me. I did incorporate some of the velvet ribbon. I saw someone they did these on their tree. And I was like, oh, those are beautiful. I don't want ribbon hanging off of my tree, but this is a good place to incorporate the ribbon. This ribbon is a little bit different. The color is different from what what I was doing in the rest of the house, and you'll kind of see why when we go upstairs, because in the family room, we incorporate a little bit more brown in our decor. So, oh man, and the garland is lighted. It's just it's not lit right now. It's not 5 o'clock yet, so it didn't come on. So I just usually have the garland with some lights. I usually just wrap lights around it, and that's it. But this year I went the extra mile. I used some Velcro straps to attach it. I usually use um zip ties, and when I tell you the zip ties tear up the paint, and for years after I take the garland off, I've just been repainting. And then I found that Velcro, they have Velcro strips. I used some Velcro strips, and that is a little more time consuming, but it made it's protecting the stairs, and I feel like it makes the garland lay right. I love the way this came out. I don't usually do ornaments in the garland, but again, this year I went ornament crazy. So I have a few up here. Some of the ribbon is hanging, and some of it I just laid here so that when you look up, you can see it. And then when you are in the dining room or if you're walking by, you can also see the ribbon, because I do like the way it makes the garland, like it elevates it a little bit. I'm super excited about that. Now we're gonna head up so we can see the family room. We're upstairs in the family room. But before we get into the tree and everything, I wanted to stop here. I don't usually do anything for Christmas on here. Like I said, I had more time this year to spend on planning and decorating for Christmas, and I really wanted to feel it all around us. So this is what we all see when we come out of our bedrooms. So I wanted it to be something up here that's personal to us. Obviously, we have our Christmas countdown. Again, these are paper trees I got from Hobby Lobby. It, as you can see, you know, you'll see that we are doing brown up here because it's more warm up here. And this is really a space for it's our family space, but primarily for the kids. This is where the kids, this is their hangout. As you can see, I have my fur baby. He's near and dear to my heart. He turned 5 this year, and he's just so stinking cute. This is the first photo of us in our home. We've been here for 8 years now, and this was the first photo we took. It was a selfie in our phone. So I was like, how cute, you know, to just have this so we can all see it when we get up in the morning or before we go to bed at night. I didn't say this downstairs, but I always make sure that I put candy out for the holidays. I would love to just have the bowl out and it just have candy in it all the time, but between my son and my baby girl, it doesn't last very long. So I find myself buying candy every week and putting it in here. And the candy downstairs is not these little Grinch kisses. I put, you know, real good chocolate down there. They don't care. They just will grab it, sneak, and run away. And before I know it, it's the candy dish is empty. So let's kind of pivot over into our family room space. Yes, this is our hangout. Like I said, mostly the kids hang out here. I wanted to create a space for them where they feel important too, because they're not allowed downstairs in the living room, because that's really an adult space. And you know, kids, they don't have impulse control, so they think that they can put their feet up or eat on the sofa or whatever it is that they do. I don't want them doing it down there. They have up here, and I did, like I said, I wanted to create a space to where they felt important as well. And for Christmas, this is the first space that I do because it's for them, and I want them to have their stuff while I'm downstairs with all of my foolishness, with all of my trees and things. I will say I did like what I was seeing when it came to chocolate. Brown is something that I am now coming to appreciate a little more. You know, anyone who knows me knows that my love language is black. Me and black, we go together real bad. But I wanted to try something different. I don't think I've ever done brown for Christmas before. It's my first time, and I will say that I absolutely love the way it came out. My initial plan for this tree was just to be brown, right? But then I started putting ornaments on the tree, and I was like, brown is not going to cut it. It needs a little bit more. So I did add in some cream, and I do like the way the two go together. Remember, I said glitter. I was not doing any glitter. But then again, when I started putting things on the tree, it was missing something. And it was what was missing was the sparkle. I did add more lights to this tree. This tree came with the twinkle lights, but I wanted to see how it would look with more lights. And because this was the first tree I decorated, I definitely wanted to test it out before I play with my trees downstairs. Those trees downstairs are 9 feet tall each, and this one is 6.5 feet. I think this is a good size because it's for the kids. I didn't want to go too crazy up here because, again, this is a kid's space, and I did want them to feel like this was for them. I didn't want it to be too much where like, oh my gosh, we can't touch it, we can't be around it. So this is for them. This is usually what I do for Christmas. I wrap a couple of boxes because I don't like a tree to not have anything under it. So I kept with that up here. One of the ornaments fell off the tree, and I said, you know what? That looks good right there. So I just left it. Also, I did another throw up here instead of the traditional tree skirt or collar. I usually do a collar. I don't like skirts. I don't like skirts because you just lay them there and they're just so flat. So I don't do a skirt at all. I would just do a collar usually. But this year I decided to try a throw. I think I might have saw someone do that, and I was like, okay, that might be a good idea. Let me try it. And then I just kind of went crazy because now they're under all of my trees. Over here is our they have a little coffee table. We have some more family photos. I went with the paper trees. I wanted to do a vase with maybe some greenery. But then again, like I said, I had to remember this is the kids' space. I did try it, and then I realized, like, oh my goodness, they're not going to be able to see the TV. So I had to not do that. I did find a way to incorporate some ornaments on the table up here. I don't know what it is with me and ornaments this year. I went crazy. And then again, I only wanted balls. I didn't want anything else. I tried tree picks. I really did try. And it didn't work. So my tree picks ended up going into the garland that I put on their media cabinet. Yeah, because I wanted them to feel like, they had like a little fireplace situation as well. So the picks that I had for the tree ended up here because when I put them in the tree, I was just like, can't do it. And when they're not watching TV, usually I would just put like the fireplace on, and it looks like a real fireplace. So up here is like really, really cozy, really like we don't go too crazy up here with it needing to be overly decorated. Because this is a hangout. That would conclude our tour. I hope that you love my decor just as much as we love it here. I always get a little Christmas crazy. We have in this house, we have 6 trees. We get crazy for Christmas, but this year, I think I might have went a little overboard, and I'm okay with it. I'm not mad at all because when I wake up in the morning and I walk out of my room and I see this, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so nice. And then at night, when it's lit up, with the lights dim, that's really when the magic comes to life. Like everyone in here is like, oh my gosh, this is so nice. Of course, the kids, they start out, full of gas. Like, oh, mommy, yes, let's go. My oldest, she's about to be 20 and she doesn't wake up early in the morning, right? College kid. So, when she's home for the weekends, home for the holidays, she wants to sleep all day. The day after Thanksgiving is the day that we start decorating for Christmas. That is the one day my child gets up early and she's walking around packing up all the fall stuff. Okay, mommy, let's go. Let's go. It's time to get ready for Christmas. But by the end of that weekend, they're over it. So they probably put their ornaments on the tree and that's it. I'm pretty much doing everything by myself, but I love it. I love to decorate. I love this time of year, like the spirit that it brings, the joy, the jolliness, the happiness, that just exudes from everyone. Is it just makes my heart so happy. So yeah, that's our home tour, our holiday home tour. I hope you all have enjoyed it as much as I've enjoyed sharing with you, and I will see you in the next one.